Hey, good morning. It's Sunday. It's beautiful out here, uh, backyard. I'm going to do this video. It's a little bit somber for me. One of my remaining friends here in El Paso took his life last night, and or I guess I'm required to say he unalived himself because you can't say he committed suicide. In the process of 3 weeks, this man was put through the ringer. And from what I understand about the text message that was shared with me from some of my friends in a community that tries to help people like that, he couldn't get any help. And he listed some of the places where he asked for help and was turned away. So the title of this will be the stark reality for a man if he asks for help. Now, I can tell you from my own experience, having at that time having a wife and two kids, when the NAFTA agreement took effect and we all lost our jobs in Detroit. I was working in a transmission plant off of Sterling Heights, 18 and a half mile. It was a transmission plant. Anyways, they got us to come in there and build them a platform to where they could tell us we were all fired. And they'd call us and let us know if we could come back. And that was the point where Delphi and the rest of them, anyways, doesn't matter. I can tell you what it was like, myself and the thousands of other people trying to find shelter, and what it's like to be turned away at the hour of your darkest need. But this isn't about me. This is about my friend. I'm going to list the shelters here in El Paso, Texas, and I want you to see if you can find the common denominator there. All right? The first one is La Posada Home. Next one is the El Paso Women's Shelter. The next one after that is the Rescue Mission for Women and Children. After that is capital CASFV, CASVFV.org, Emergency Shelter for Domestic Violence of Women and Children. The Homeless Opportunity Center, El Paso, only after entry is permitted after a thorough intake is completed. The LPDS Women's Shelter. The Center Against Sexual and Family Violence for Women. La Casa for Abuelitas, which is grandmothers in Spanish. There isn't one shelter out of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them that are dedicated to men. Now, my friend, who is no longer with us, is he listed in his text message the ones he went to where he was turned away. Said he was tired of sleeping in his car. Now, this guy went from having a good guy in the trades to being demonized as a wife beater, a sexual pervert with his children, and all that. They destroyed his reputation. He lost his job. He borrowed all the money he could borrow, and he got to the end of his rope. And I know you're not supposed to say it, but he committed suicide. Or as what's the PC way of saying it, if I don't want to get demonetized, and I'm not monetized anyway, it's called unalived. Here is my rub with all of this stuff. Men aren't allowed to ask for help. And if you do, you can ask for help as a man, usually one time. And it is dependent on the people you know whether that request is granted or denied. Other than that, you're just supposed to suck it up, pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and move on with your life. Never mind the cruelty that men have to go through. The absolutely horrific working conditions men have to go through. I tell you what, when it gets summer here and it's like almost 130 degrees There's the men out there building the roads, building the infrastructure, fixing the bridges, making sure our water's done, our electricity, all that kind of stuff. And you're just supposed to take it as a guy. And then it seems like the cruelest part of it is that the world, especially our society now, goes out of its way to destroy men and take great pleasure in destroying a man's life. Like it's nothing, like we're disposable, like we're pieces of trash. You can hear them, you can hear them all the time on TikTok and all these other places talking about men are trash. I hate all men. Da 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 da. Anyways, there are real world consequences. Men suffer on average. Now, I'm not talking about the extremes here, ladies. And don't automatically go to the extreme of everything. Well, this guy 10 years ago on Tuesday, that one guy out of 100,000 that did this. Yeah, we know. We know, guys. Anyways, I'm not going there. My friend is gone. And that's the last person I had. I knew him since I got here. I met him at the Backstreet Gym. Good guy, was working, he was happy, had a family, all this kind of stuff. And I don't know the intricacies of his family, but he didn't file for divorce. And as part of the divorce proceedings, I guess, in order to get the maximum amount out of it, you have to destroy the man. You can't just divorce the man, take half his shit and move on. I guess you have to paint him as a monster. And it broke him. Again, there are 8 shelters here in El Paso, Texas. 8 separate shelters. None of them have the word men or man in them. 8 of them, let me see, La Posada House, the women's shelter, there's 1. The rescue men for women is 2. Casa Emergency for women, 3. Opportunity El Paso after impact, LPDS women's shelter, 4. Essential Vine for women, 5. And 6. Out of the 8 shelters, 6 of them have women in the title. Not one of them has the word man or men. And as a matter of fact, the one I called said that if women and children take priority over men. You know why? Because men can take it. Just another grain of sand in the tipping point for men in the manosphere of the Red Pill Society and why men go their own way. He asked for help. He has it written down, date, time, and where and who he spoke to when he asked for help. And they told him, hey, you're a guy. You can just fucking take it. And there it is, ladies. There it is, ladies. And you won't know why guys don't want to play a rigged game anymore. Sad day for me. But it's a stark reality that men have to face every day. Women aren't going to beat you up. Women aren't going to attack you face to face. They're not going to confront you. Well, some of them will now, but they'll confront you with their finger on speed dial for 911. Or, anyways, have some other guy trying to help them out. Anyway, I'm trying to make a cogent point without being divisive about this subject. But it's hard. I don't have any friends left from the military because they all committed suicide. Anyways, it just happens more to men than it does to women. But you don't want to talk about that. 8 shelters here in the city of El Paso. Not one of them has the word man or men in them. So you can't ask for help. You can't say, fuck, I need a break. Can I just get a timeout so I can get back on my feet? No, you have to grind. And then they wonder why guys say, you know what? Fuck it. We quit. We're going our own way. Love you guys. I'm personally going to do what I can to help you without taking anything from you. You don't owe me anything. I don't want anything from you. and I'm going to do everything I can to help you within my ability. I'm not going to ever offer you something that requires you to do something that I wouldn't or haven't done personally for myself. I'm not selling anything. I'm not going to sponsor. I'm not going to monetize my channel because I don't fucking need their money and I don't want their money. All right? Stay safe and healthy. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other if you can. And if you can't, you have to take care of yourself because no one else gives a shit about us, including our society. Like a fart in a G-string. From West Texas, El Paso. I'm out of here. Again, I will title this The Stark Reality for Men. Bye-bye.